back to the Old Testament and we saw four everywhere. We saw the 4 living creatures in Ezekiel chapter 1. The one with the face of a man, another with the face of a lion, the other with the face of an ox, and the other with the face of an eagle. And we saw the 4 standards of how the children of Israel camped around the ark. Judah with 3 others on the east. With 2 others on the east. That was Issachar and Zebulun. And then Reuben was in the south. Reuben was in the south with Simeon and Gad. And we saw in the west was Ephraim, who was camping with Manasseh, his brother, and Benjamin. And then in the north we saw it was Dan with Asher and his Naphtali. We saw all these other things. We saw how God was, how he delivered Israel from Babylonian captivity. And how he took 4 men, Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, as a foundation. And upon the faith of those men, there was deliverance and restoration. And we can look at even the first Exodus. We can see children of Israel moving from Egypt. That is stage 1. And then going to the wilderness. That is step 2. And then Kadesh Barnea. Stage 3. And then eventually in Canaan. That was stage number 4. And we can come in the New Testament that the testimony of Jesus was wound up, was concluded. The life of Jesus by the 4 books. That's how we know Jesus. When you look at Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. Okay? And then among the 12 disciples, we had also 4 men that came out as the key men. We had Peter, the foundation. Upon this rock of revelation I'll build my church. And then we saw James. And then we saw John. And we finally saw Paul. Of course, we saw the 4 living creatures, which was expressed in the form of the lion, the first beast, and then there was the ox, and then man, the beast with the face of a man, and then eventually saw the flying eagle. And where we have just read, we see the first seal is opened, is introduced. The first beast tells John, come and see. That is the lion now. Come and see. And when John sees, he looks and sees a white horse rider. Then when the second seal is opened, a second beast comes and says, come and see. And the second beast was the ox. Yahweh. And then he says, come and see. And when John goes to see, what is he seeing? He's seeing a red horse. Then comes the 3rd seal. And when the 3rd seal was opened, John was again invited by the 3rd beast, which is man. He says, come and see. And he sees a black horse. Now we see the 4th seal. When it was opened, the fourth beast comes and calls John again. Come and see. Why were these beasts there? Because the devil was bringing his own beasts to deceive the people. And God was using his own beasts to expose what the devil was doing. Come and see what the devil is doing. Come and see the plan of the devil. And now we are in the age of the fourth seal. Why am I calling it so? Because we are in the age of Revelation chapter 13. When you go to Revelation 13, something, spectacular and interesting unveils here. I want us to look at this carefully.